Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? I thought I would do something a little bit different today, primarily because I had a bit of a rough night last night with work, for one thing, and also a little bit this morning, too. It was a little bit on the rough side. So, yeah, you probably see some dark circles under my eyes and everything, but it's like, me, I really don't care. So yeah, I thought I would do something just a little bit different. Um, um, because of everything. And to tell you the truth, I'm a little bit tired. And actually, the one who prompted me to do it was Little Miss Possum. She just came with everything that's been going on, with the new kitty and, a lot of attention being taken away from her and so forth. She just curled up with me this morning and just I just felt like we really needed some mother and daughter time, to be perfectly honest. So yeah, I thought maybe a reason why I'm out here is hopefully maybe I can show you all. He's kind of curled up back here. Let's see if I can do this. I don't know if y'all can see him or not. Probably not. He's the one right here with the red collar and so forth. As you can see, he's a big boy, a bit of a big boy, but he's calmed down quite a bit and everything. It's the male cat that I've been talking about, that you've probably been hearing in the background while doing my tarot readings and so forth. But he has calmed down quite a bit. We've had him for about 2.5 weeks now. And yeah, first thing, of course, we had to do was start getting him his shots and also start cleaning out his digestive system of all the garbage, that he had been eating and so forth over the course of the last couple of years with his life, assuming he'd been living out in the wild for a couple of years anyway. So yeah, but yeah, he has calmed down quite a bit. It has taken a lot of work on my part, since I'm the one who has the most experience with these things, to help bring him around and everything. Yeah, he's still cries and so forth. He's going to do that until he's finally able to be fixed and everything. But he has calmed down quite a bit, and of course, getting him on decent food and so forth. And this morning, I was really, really quite surprised when I part of the reason why I was. I'm so tired and everything is because even after I got home, I kept having to get up to go and use the bathroom because of all the water I drank after I got home. I was so thirsty. But So yeah, it was like I was asleep for a couple hours. I woke up needing to go to the bathroom, and he was actually curled up at my feet, sound asleep. So yeah, he's coming around. So, and he's able to be in my room with the door closed and so forth. So great, great progress. And the reason why I bring him up is it really does relate to what we have been talking about, with helping us find, that balance and so forth in our lives. And even though I was having a bit of a rough night last night, a lot of craziness and so forth, I've found ways to be able to keep myself balanced. So in that way, you don't have all those anxieties and so forth that creep in. Or, the frustrations, the anger, or, getting angry at somebody or whatever, just remaining calm and relaxed. And that's what really matters most is really remaining calm and relaxed during those chaotic times. Basically exactly what the tarot and oracle card readings have been telling us here lately, with keeping our chakras aligned and so forth, to find that balance, setting up our healthy boundaries and and standing our ground, staying true to ourselves, with our beliefs and so forth, whether it's spiritual or with our dreams, and I'm talking about, our goals and so forth, and pursuing and so forth, finding that balance between our light and our darks, as far as our two sides are concerned. And yeah, And it can be very difficult at times. It can be very, very stressful at times. Proof of that is this little boy. You know, he was taken from a an environment, basically, with living outdoors. He had his colony, he had his buddies, his friends and so forth. He had his places where he would go to get food, curl up and sleep and so forth. And then all of a sudden he's thrown into this environment with all these humans, a dog, three other cats, and so on and so forth. And I know that's one of the reasons why he became so attached to me, is because I have been providing a nice, calm, stable environment, even though others, people who live in the house, haven't had a whole lot of patience with him and so forth. And at one point he did get out, but fortunately he was found and brought back in. But and to tell you the truth, that night when everything had happened, it was actually the very first night that I had seen him. He looked up at me, and I saw love in his eyes. And part of the reason why is because I was giving him so much love and thanking him for coming back and so forth, and just being a calming presence with him. And that's been the big thing with him. And a lot of times, and I do get that even with my ride sharing work, where I'll get people who are like, oh my gosh, thank you for being so patient. You're such a patient person and so forth. You have such good energy and so forth. Even though internally I feel like I'm about ready to burst out of my skull with getting impatient with people and everything. But, I remind myself, you know what, we're all on our own different separate journeys, and we all have our own lessons that we have to learn. I know one of my big lessons that I've been having to learn is patience and more empathy. Even though I'm an empath and I can feel what other people are feeling, it's that having that compassionate side. And the more that you can try and project that out, I know it can be very difficult, especially in work situations and everything, because you're dealing with, maybe an icky boss or something like that, or coworkers or clients or whatever. It can be very, very tough at times. But the more that you're able to provide that calming presence for people, the more likely they're going to be responding and being like, hey, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't be such a jerk. So I hope that this information does help and everything. Yeah, and yeah, obviously I'm not going to do a tarot reading today. I'm just way too tired, way too exhausted. I'm going to get some rest, and that way I can go out and make some money, and do what I need to do and everything. But I wanted to at least touch base with you all, and let you know, yeah, I'm still alive, I'm still here and everything, and give you a little introduction there to Mr. Ritz Bond. That's actually his official name, Mr. Ritz Bond. Mr. Bond. Ritz Bond. It actually came about because Ritz, not Ritz as in Ritz crackers, but the name Ritz from the song Putting on the Ritz, because he's a tuxedo cat. So yeah, that, and then somebody else wanted to name him Mr. Bond, and so it wound up being a combination of the two. So, but ultimately, we all wind up calling him whatever we want. I call him Ritzy a lot, so, or Mr. Bond, or whatever is coming into my mind at that particular moment. So, but yeah, like I said, I hope you all are having a great day, and I'll talk to you all tomorrow. Okay, I love you all. Take care. Mm.